the union government always treating the state of Tamil Nadu with a stepmotherly attitude. Because the people of Tamil Nadu have not chosen to vote BJP, the union government shall not adopt this attitude. Our patriotism is no less than anybody else. Our contribution to the tax, union tax, is no less than anybody. We possess a third vital code, an ideological structure, and that is CNA. CNA stands for CN Annadure. In the past 3 or 4 years, we have lost the valuable lives of 400 passengers due to train accidents, comparing to 0 deaths between 2018 and 2021. I also urge the ministry to realize that the Southern Railways is part of Indian Railways, and please don't neglect the South.
n.r.elango.
Honorable Vice Chairman.
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद माननीय सर धन्यवाद धन्यवाद प्लीज उनका टाइम शुरू हो गया है प्लीज.
Honorable Vice Chairman, thank you for the opportunity given to speak on the working of the Minister of Railways. I would like to address my speech on 7 major heads. The railway projects are very important for the economic development of the state of Tamil Nadu. The government of Tamil Nadu is for a very long time urging the union government to give and release funds and to expedite 4 or 5 projects. I request the ministry to sanction and give high priority to these projects. 4th line between Tambaram and Chengalpattu, Tirupattur Krishnagiri Hosur new line, Madurai Toothukudi via Arupukottai, about 143 kilometers, Minjur Tiruvallur Sri Perumbadur Varagadam project. This project connects the ports and industrial clusters around Chennai. Semi-high-speed corridor. The corridor can connect Chennai, Salem, Coimbatore with extensions like Salem, Hosur, Bangalore and Coimbatore and Ernakulam. Out of 10 new line projects, only 24 kilometers has been commissioned against 872 kilometers. As for gauge conversion in 3 projects, 604 kilometers has been commissioned out of 748 kilometers. As far as 9 doubling and multi-tracking projects, only 37 kilometers has been commissioned out of 967 kilometers. The reason assigned are land acquisition, forest clearance, and the contribution by the Tamil Nadu government. But as far as the union ministry is concerned, the same reply comes year after year, and whether it is a railway budget allocation or budget allocation or the language policy, the union government always treating the state of Tamil Nadu with a stepmotherly attitude. Because the people of Tamil Nadu have not chosen to vote BJP, the union government shall not adopt this attitude. Our patriotism is no less than anybody else. Our contribution to the tax, union tax, is no less than anybody. But in releasing the funds to the state of Tamil Nadu, whether it is railway projects, education or health, the union government is adopting a draconian path. Madam, we respectfully remind the union government that we are merely requesting our rightful share. Please understand that withholding what is justly for ours cannot intimidate us. Beyond the universal biological structures of DNA and RNA, we possess a third vital code, an ideological structure, and that is CNA. CNA stands for CN Annadure. CN Annadure represents our cultural and political heritage that guides our determination and resilience in the face of adversity. Please read what Peraringer Anna spoke in this August House 60 years ago. We are still fighting what he fought for 60 years ago. The reasons remain the same till now. So I request the union government, the railway ministry, to immediately execute the projects what I have listed. The second major issue of the railways is privatization. After BJP government came to power, in 2015, when Niti Aayog committed proposed 2-decade vision to privatize major segments of India's extensive railway network. Since then, this BJP government has implemented various privatization measures through multiple approaches. Workforce restructuring, contractualization, and outsourcing have dramatically reduced the workforce from approximately 3.5 million workers to around 1 million. You have reduced 2 million employment in railway. Corporatization is another issue. Production units are being corporatized, with operations like ticketing, catering are now managed by IRCTC, another company, and slowly it can be given in a platter to any other private company. Station redevelopment. The government has targeted approximately 400 stations for privatization under the banner of redevelopment to match global standards, though progress has been limited. Private train operations. Select trains like Tejas have been handed over to private operators, with the plans to gradually transition railway tracks to corporate management. The case of integral coach factories is still worse. The integral coach factory in Chennai presents a particularly concerning example of this privatization. Despite being one of India's most successful production unit and the indigenous manufacture of Vande Bharat trains, ICF is now being marginalized in favor of multinational corporations. ICF produced Vande Bharat trains at a cost of only 70 crore per train, while the international market price is estimated at the rate of 200 crores. Yet the government has awarded contracts to MNCs at the rate of 120 crore per train, which is 50 crore more than ICF's production cost. Recent agreements of Indian Railways entered with TRSL, an Italian company, in collaboration with Bell, and TMH, a Russian company, in collaboration with Railway Vikas Nigam Limited, are cause of concern. Madam, beyond the higher level of contract values, these private companies receive extraordinary additional benefits. Free infrastructure, government land, utilities like power, gas, water, and existing facilities are provided to them from ICF facility without any cost. 2, intellectual property transfer. Madam, when we are searching for so many intellectual properties and technical know-how from international companies, these companies, private companies, are given the technical know-how and the knowledge of making these Vande Bharat trains given to these private companies free of cost. ICF infrastructures in Chennai were transferred to TRSL, while MRCF in Latur given to TMH company. The union government justifies this only on the ground of shortage of manpower. I'll give only one example. Management justifies this privatization by saying that manufacturing of 116-car Vande Bharat rack requires approximately 227 Group C employees, number one, 182 direct technicians, 27 supporting staff, 18 technical supervisors. Currently, 22.2% of technical positions and 600 helper positions remain vacant in ICF. When there is lot of employment is there, when lot of unemployed youth is in this country, instead of filling these vacancies, showing that as a reason, you are giving this Vande Bharat trains on a platter with free of cost to the multinational companies. This privatization is not only affecting the Indian Railway, but the people of India at large. So Indian Railways have to concentrate on making the employments rather than privatizing these railways. The privatization of Indian railways will significantly impact railway fares and accessibility. Railways have traditionally served an affordable transportation for Indians' economically disadvantaged people. Premium train services lead to increased fares, transforming public transport into a service primarily for privileged segments. International examples from China and Japan show that the train transport system requires more subsidization to support broader economic development. Converting public transport into profit-driven industry not only makes travel unaffordable for millions, but also hampers national economic growth and development. Then I'll come to the monetization, the asset monetization. Sir, some time ago, Times of India reported that a core group of asset monetization of the Union government planned to monetize assets of the railways to an extent of 1.7 lakh crore. When the Railway Board chairman represented that he could not achieve more than 30% and requested to reduce 1.7 lakh crore to 1 lakh crore, the group said, no, it is not allowed. You have to monetize 1.7 lakh crore worth of properties. That means the freight sites, freight terminals, railway colonies, railway grounds, everything is going to be monetized. This will hamper the growth of railways. Ultimately, the people of India will be put in a very disadvantageous position. This monetization, we have to learn from British Railways. In 1990s, British Railways was monetized, fragmented into several companies. Now, UK government realized its mistake and has passed a new law saying that every railway project will come under the government's position. So, we have to take a lesson from British Railways model. The train accidents are another cause of concern. My friend was speaking about what has happened earlier when the train accidents used to happen. Great leaders like Lal Bahadur Shastri resigned immediately. We don't expect such a highest standard of morality, moral standards now. We don't expect the minister to resign, but at least a convincing answers to be given to the public. That is absent totally. Madam, in the past 3 or 4 years, we have lost valuable lives of 400 passengers due to train accidents, comparing to 0 deaths between 2018 and 2021. Why this is happening? This is happening because, again, privatization of the employees. You are giving the line maintenance, the infrastructure maintenance, signaling, everything to contractors. The contractors again subcontract, giving it to subcontractor. Third tier of subcontractor is coming. The employees under those subcontractors do not own the system. As long as they don't own the system, these kind of accidents will definitely happen. Instead of that, if you employ persons in the railways itself, they will own the system. The accidents will reduce much lower value. And one more thing, Kavach being given as a one-stop solution for all these accidents. Though it's a very modern technology, the Kavach cannot stop accidents in case of derailments. Kavach can only stop in the case of dangerous signaling or head-on collision or end-to-head-on collision. This is only preventable through Kavach. But Union government is spending 70,000 crores on this project and saying that Kavach will stop every train accident. Please have an introspection. How many train accidents could have been averted because of this Kavach? A study shows not more than 15% of the train accidents could have been averted because even if Kavach was there. For instance, the recent train accident of Archandpur in 2018, Balasar accident in 2023, Visakhapatnam collision in 2023, Kanchenjunga Express collision in 2023, Vizag Rayagada Pass accident, totally about 360 deaths have happened in this. These train accidents could not have been stopped even if Kavach is there. So the railways have to consider, for 1 minute, madam, I'll finish. Two other things where railway have to consider is cleanliness. Even the first AC compartments are having very worst kind of restrooms. We cannot mention about the second-class sleeper coaches. So that has to be concentrated by the railways. More special coaches for women have to be provided by the railways. That's the most important thing which has to be addressed by the railways. Madam, in this background, I urge the Ministry of Railways to stop privatization, enhance number of trains and its facilities for the greater benefit of the common man of the country. I also urge the ministry to realize that the Southern Railways is part of Indian Railways, and please don't neglect the South. Thank you.
धन्यवाद.